Picture two apartments. One belongs to someone making $95,000 a year, packed with a $4,000 couch, a massive television, and closets overflowing with clothes still bearing tags. They check their bank account with a knot in their stomach, 2 missed paychecks away from a crisis. The other belongs to someone making $52,000 a year. It has open space, a modest couch, and exactly the tools they use. They check their accounts with calm confidence, holding 18 months of expenses and savings. The person earning nearly half as much has 10 times the financial security. They don't have a secret trust fund or side hustle. They simply understand a relationship between physical objects and money that most high earners miss. This formula shows exactly why. Everything you buy costs you money twice. The purchase price on the receipt is only the first cost. The second cost is the ongoing drain, the implicit rent you pay to store items at $30 to $50 per square foot, the annual maintenance, the mental energy required to manage it, and the opportunity cost of not investing that cash. Escaping this cycle of earning more just to store more requires a deliberate shift in behavior. We are going to walk through a 4-step action plan to reclaim your physical space and your bank account. Your first milestone happens this week. You need to walk through your home and identify exactly 10 items to remove. To find them, use the replacement test. Look at an object and ask yourself, if this item disappeared today, would I genuinely go out and spend money to buy it again? For that bread maker collecting dust in the cabinet, or those clothes you haven't worn in 18 months, the honest answer is no. You are keeping them out of pure inertia. Every hour you spend organizing items you wouldn't replace is a negative value drain on your physical space and your subconscious mental energy. Do not attempt to empty your entire house in one massive annual purge. Huge cleanouts feel productive for a few days, but they quickly lead to overwhelm, burnout, and a gradual accumulation right back to where you started. Ruthlessly eliminating just 10 failed items right now is manageable. It creates immediate psychological momentum and kickstarts a sustainable habit of cyclical decluttering. Now that you've cleared some space, your second milestone is protecting it. Over the next month, you need to structurally neutralize the urge to impulse buy. Most people try to save money by relying on willpower, but self-control naturally depletes throughout the day. When you are tired, stressed, or emotional, willpower will inevitably fail. Instead of relying on discipline, you need to implement the 24-hour waiting rule. This is a mandatory, non-negotiable cooling-off period required before you make any non-essential purchase. You can engineer this friction immediately. Delete the shopping apps from your phone and erase your saved credit card profiles from your web browsers. Force yourself to physically retrieve your wallet and type in the numbers every single time. Look at this graph tracking purchase desire. When you hit an artificial delay of 24 hours, the impulse to buy plummets by roughly 70%. Artificial friction kills the majority of impulsive desires because they cannot be acted on immediately. Designing a restrictive digital environment shifts the burden of good decisions from human willpower to automated friction. It creates a structural barrier that helps keep your money in your accounts rather than letting it leak out on impulse. Moving into this quarter, your third milestone is establishing a hard baseline inventory of your most cluttered spaces. Select 3 specific household categories that are highly prone to rapid, unnoticed accumulation. Clothing, kitchen gadgets, and media are excellent starting points. Go to those spaces and physically count every single item. Write the exact number down. The results will likely shock you. Without objective tracking, people tend to guess low. They routinely discover they own 3 to 4 times more items than they originally estimated. This diagram illustrates how you maintain control. You set a permanent, numerical maximum threshold for each category. By capping your wardrobe at exactly 3 items, dropping a new piece in automatically enforces a strict one-in, one-out policy. Objective counting and strict category limits act as a structural defense mechanism. They permanently arrest the slow creep of lifestyle expansion before it has the chance to completely consume your future income. Your final milestone for the year requires zooming out. You need to define a concrete financial finish line. High earners frequently fall into a dangerous cycle where their lifestyle expectations endlessly expand in parallel with their rising income. They make more, they upgrade perfectly functional items, and they arrive at zero actual wealth. To cap those expectations, write down your exact criteria for enough across your major spending categories. Decide in advance what constitutes an adequate home, a reliable car, and a functional wardrobe. This chart demonstrates the mathematical advantage of doing this. When your lifestyle cost flattens out at your definition of enough, 100% of your future income increases are redirected into this rapidly expanding gap. That is where wealth generation happens. You measure that true wealth by optionality. Can you leave a job that is ruining your mental health? Can you take 6 months off for a family emergency? Can you move across the country for love? These options require liquid resources, not physical accumulation. Defining enough in writing gives your money a specific purpose. You stop using it as a tool to buy heavy objects and start using it to fund a life where choices are made by preference rather than financial necessity. Look at the system you've built. You have a physical practice to remove clutter, digital friction to stop impulse buying, a real inventory of your possessions, and a written finish line. This flowchart reveals the virtuous cycle those constraints trigger. Spending less leads to saving more, creating security that actively reduces your need to spend. As financial strength grows, the emotional need to consume subsides. Security once sought in objects is replaced by quiet financial resilience. Financial success is found in the growth of your choices, not the growth of your storage unit. Walk into your room, box up those first 10 items today, and start reclaiming your freedom.